Risings. This is Astro here, giving you your August 2018 Astro Tarot reading, okay? So if you're new to here, I'm an astrologer mostly, but I do tarot too. And so what I'll do is do one card for each house, because you know my inner astrology got to be included. And the card will represent how that sector of your life will play out for August 2018, okay, Taurus risings? I also wrote like little cards for each planet so I can include the planet information to make it even more astrology like, okay? And yeah, let's get started. I already shuffled the cards, so now I'm going to cut them in front of you, okay? Because sometimes certain signs need more shuffling for that month. You get what I'm saying? So let's get the shuffling. Let's get the cutting. I'm going to cut it like this for Aries, like this for Taurus. Okay? Alright, so overall energy. Ace of Cups. Nice, Taurus. Nice, Taurus risings. First house, Magician. Oh, okay. You and Aries been winning. Oh, Five of Pentacles. That's alright. We'll figure this out. Two of Pentacles for the third house. Page of Wands for the fourth. Knight of Pentacles for the fifth. Eight of Swords for the sixth. Nine of Wands for the seventh. This is tricky energy, y'all. Seven of Pentacles for the eighth. Sun for the ninth. Two of Wands for the 10th. Two of Swords for the 11th. Ten of Pentacles for the 12th. Now that is interesting. Okay, so you guys are definitely going through an emotional beginning. It looks like that. Within this emotional beginning, just kind of looking overall for these cards, that you are letting go possibly of, or you recently just let go of certain things. Could be a relationship, romantic or platonic, could have been a job, whatever. You recently let go of something, and what looks like is happening is that you're contemplating a lot, trying to figure things out. But there's a light. You see the light, at the end of the tunnel. So while you're contemplating, while you're juggling things, you're gonna figure it out. I.e. this and I.e. this. Okay. You have two energies a lot. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. All you're missing is Two of Cups. And that's just thinking, contemplating, figuring out, juggling, comparing things. Okay. So let's continue to go on with this. All right. Now. First house, the Magician. Okay. Now, with this energy in your first house represents personality, persona, appearance, and the kind of second overall energy of the card. So you, whether you believe it or not, have the power to make change, okay? You have the power to make things possible. And people are looking at you like you can. People seeing you as this intelligent, suave person. Someone who may be even a trickster to get what they want. But regardless, if we're focusing on how you look towards other people, what your personality looks like, you look like someone who can make things happen or know how to make things happen. Okay? And the thing is that with it being also, like, again, I see the first house card as your second overall energy. You can make things happen. You are the Magician. You can speak things into existence. You can think things into existence, okay? You have the power of this. Now, you have a lot of things that are plaguing your mind at the moment. A lot of, you recently went through a big change. I really feel it. Especially with this eclipse energy. happening in squaring you. The eclipse energy is literally squaring you. The one July 27th and this one coming up in August too, August 11th, I believe. And so you have a lot in your mind and you're not using your manifestation power to the fullest extent, but people feel like you can. Okay. So believe in yourself like how other people believe you. See yourself how other people see you. Okay. Yeah. Second house is the house of self-worth and material worth. Fortunately, you got the Five of Pentacles here. Five of Pentacles energy is being without. Because this Pentacle energy is being without money, being without funds, not being able to take care of yourself and look out for yourself appropriately, right? Oh, and excuse me, Taurus. I'm sorry. I forgot to add the planets here. So let me do that real quick as I finish talking about the fifth. Actually, no, let me do this first. Yeah, let me do this. Okay. Okay. Taurus there. Taurus. Cancer. Leo. Sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry about this, y'all. Oh, and I'm gonna actually speak on the first house one more time to mention one more thing for that. With the first house though, you see how Uranus is in the first house too for you. Uranus represents random sudden events. It's popping up. Actually, the funny thing is, it's in Taurus, and Taurus again is self-worth and material worth. And so, what's interesting about it though is that the random sudden events could be positive or negative. Okay. And so it looks like that a random sudden event, if we look at your second house, has caused you to lose money. It's caused you to be in some material issue somehow for August, okay? For you to have the Magician card in Uranus in the first house, it's saying you can get yourself out of that shit, okay? I don't know, like if you are into magic or into the power of thinking or understanding manifestation, prayer, whatever, your mind can get you out of this bind. One more time now. Your mind can get you out of this bind, okay? So if you feel like you're beyond just money, even if you're feeling like you don't feel worthy yourself, if your confidence is low, if you're not realizing how worthy and awesome you are, change your way of thinking. All right? Any issue that you're having in your life, change your way of thinking. Especially this month, you have the power to do it. Okay? You have the power to make that change. And I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be hard, okay? You have freaking Mercury and the eclipse squaring you. It's going to be difficult. But it's saying that you have enough manifestation power to make that change, okay? You really do. You have Jupiter opposite you too. Like, I understand it's difficult, but don't give up. Positive thinking will make that random sudden event change into something a little more positive, okay? But like I was saying though, with this, like, you honestly are just in a situation. Oops, okay, wind. Okay, wind. Okay, wind. Stop hating on the real one. Sorry, y'all. Oh my god. The wind's hating on me, guys. Sorry. Okay, sorry, y'all. Anyway, um, I'm just pushing that you guys have the power to change this. And the Rider Waite card is literally someone begging. It's literally somebody begging. Oh my God, this wind. So you cannot be the beggar. You know what I mean? You can really get yourself out of this situation, okay? But it's a great chance of you getting into some money issues this month and for August. All right. Just because you're aware of it now, if you have the ability, I know it's the last week of July. Make that change. You save up real quick. Put some money aside, okay? Third house has, oh my God, this wind, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, Boston. I'm gonna have to go inside, man. Um, Third house has the Two of Pentacles, and so you might be in a situation where you're trying to communicate something to somebody, something in more on a more practical sense. You could be trying to communicate something with fun, something with routine, something with your career, something with everyday tasks, whatever. You know what I mean? You're kind of juggling ideas, basically. Trying to choose if this thing is better than this thing, if I should communicate this or should I say it like that. You're kind of fumbling your words a bit. And with, again, Mercury squaring you guys, I can see that being true. Especially with this Mercury retrograde squaring you guys and squaring Uranus too. Definitely think before you speak, which is something that this energy would do anyways, which is lovely, but just definitely make sure you do it, because that random sudden event that Uranus represents can really change into something kind of fucked up. But if you really, it can kind of like make you have something not good happen. But if you think before you speak, think intelligently, speak intelligently, that Uranus random sudden event could turn into something lovely, because in the good side of Uranus, what it does is it shows your individuality, your uniqueness, your coolness, right? And people will start seeing that and want to invest into you a little bit more. Okay, so that's something to think about. This conversation or communication could be with your siblings as well. Page of Wands for the fourth house. There might be someone within your family, young fire sign, who's just going after their dreams. And this could be you. You could be the person that's just going after your dreams, not giving a damn, just going for it. The interesting thing is that the fourth house represents Leo in your chart. And Leo is a fire sign. The Wands is fire energy. And so this is actually saying that you may be a little bit flippant with the mouth, okay? Especially with the eclipse happening in your fourth house. This is kind of telling you, like, be careful on how you say things. The Page of Wands is known as a message or communicator. Someone is giving you a message and there might be a little bit flip at the mouth, and you might be the messenger and you might be flip at the mouth, because Page of Wands represents fast communication. Sometimes you speak so fast that you don't think before you do. And so be careful with that, okay? With yourself. You can't control what other people do. But just know that this energy is around. There might be someone that maybe flip with the mouth with you. With Mercury retrograde and with the eclipse happening here, and the eclipse having all those squares, you know. This could be bad news. Not bad news as in bad news, literally something happening to you, but it could be that someone could be trying to give you a message and it comes out all the way wrong, or vice versa. You can be trying to give someone a message and it goes all the way wrong. And it could be, it might not like be like a message that you think of, like mail or someone talking to you. It could be you trying to convey your idea and it just comes off all the way wrong. You know what I mean? So just be noticeable. Just notice that and be aware of that, okay? Be cognizant. Knight of Pentacles for the fifth house, right? And so this is interesting energy, because Virgo, your Virgo's in your fifth house. So this is saying that, you know, You're realizing that you will have to be a little bit slow. Oh, but not be a little slow, but you are realizing that your results may come in a little bit slow. You're becoming a little bit more mature when it comes to your dealings with your creativity. Um, and you know that you're going to end up having fun. You know that your idea is going to work. You know you're actually going to think of this great idea. But you realize too that it's going to take some time. Like something's pulling you back. You are recognizing it and you are okay with it. Okay. You just kind of with Knight of Pentacles, they're letting it's mature earth because they're not trying to control the time, control when things happen in divine timing. They're letting the energy play out and they're knowing that their reward's going to be bigger if they just surrender. Okay. So when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your children, when it comes to um, dating, you know, let the energy settle, let the energy pass, surrender to the universe, surrender to God and what how he's playing out the energies, and you'll get the big reward at the end of the day. Especially with Venus here, this is definitely connected to relationships and desires. So if it's something that you really want, an idea that you really want to push, a talent that you really want to monetize, a person that you really want to date, surrender to the energies. You'll get the reward eventually. Okay. Eight of Swords for I don't hate it, but I don't like seeing Eight of Swords for the sixth house. Is because you got a lot on your plate. You're juggling a lot. And it's like it's quite mental more than anything. But you're juggling a lot in your head. You might be juggling a lot with your everyday like with just things outside too. But it's like everyday tasks, things you have to do in a routine, in a frequency, or it might be even work. You have to just think through a lot, wonder a lot. Like it's just a lot is going on right now. And you know, especially with Libra here, it could be that there's it could be something that you're kind of going through on beyond on an everyday basis, but a partnership that you have to experience on an everyday basis. You know what I mean? And so this energy is a little tricky because I mean I feel bad. Like you have a lot and you're trying to play off like, yeah, this is everyday stuff. This is normal. I'm just juggling, closing my eyes, not giving a damn. But regardless, if you feel that way consciously, it's not healthy, it's not good, and you're eventually going to get tired. So space out your work, man. You have Libra in the sixth house. You're used to partnering up to deal with your everyday task or asking people around you about how you should handle your everyday task or your work or whatever or your routines. Ask people for help, okay? Don't do it all yourself. Don't do that. All right. Seventh house. Let me see. I'm on 18 minutes. Okay. Seventh house is Nine of Wands. Similar to Aries. Aries had this in the eighth house. You're being defensive when it comes to relationships. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a platonic relationship. It could be a business relationship. Whatever it may be, you're not only being guarded, you're not only being defensive, you're being super defensive because Jupiter is included, okay? It might be a part of your philosophy to be defensive. Like you feel like you have to defend yourself and within relationships at this moment, okay? Chill out on that, please. It's a relationship, okay? This relationship's not a place where you have to defend yourself. If you feel like you have to defend yourself in relationships often, it's probably you're doing something wrong, or not even you doing something wrong. It's just like the energy's wrong and you need to correct it. Okay. Um, and it's funny because like in a right away, it's kind of like it's represented as you're at war, and so you're putting your fences up. But here, like, yeah, he's putting his fences up, but he looks like he's in jail. Like you're blocking yourself for a beautiful relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic. Chill out, dude. Shit. Damn. I was messing with y'all. But seriously though, be careful with that in August, okay? Because the funny thing is Jupiter's in your seventh house. Jupiter is the husband, okay? So, if you are into husbands, if you're a heterosexual woman or a homosexual man or whatever, be careful not to block yourself, all right? You might be blocking yourself from your hubby. Now, you might be, Jupiter also represents the philosophies of your dad, so you might be also kind of going against not really your dad, but his philosophies, okay? So, your dad's your dad, y'all, okay? He brought you in this world. Just, if you agree to disagree and keep it pushing. Seven of Pentacles for the 8th house. I see this as a money situation for y'all. Not really emotional intimacy, but more a money situation. Now, it might be connected to a, you're getting this money from someone that you're emotionally intimate with. Yes, that could happen. But what it's basically saying is levels to this. There's steps to this to get to the flower. You see how each level it progresses until you get the flower. It's saying that you need to follow the procedures, follow the steps, do what you have to do to get that shared income, to get that shared money, to get that inheritance, that lottery, that whatever, that random sum of money that you have to share. Okay? Follow the steps, go with it. Okay? Even if you want to put it more of an emotional intimacy sex type of thing, there's levels to intimacy too. You have to kind of like build yourself up to being emotionally bonded with someone, being emotionally intimate with somebody. And there's levels to transformation too. It takes a while for you to fully transform into the person you want to be, to get to be in a situation that transforms your life, okay? And it might be, it's this pinnacle energy, so it's slow, and I know it's annoying, and you just want the gift already. And I get it, but it's levels, honey. There's levels. This is a lovely card to have for your 9th house, because you're thinking in a way. You kind of like had maybe a eureka moment with a philosophy that you believe in, and it's making you happy, it's making you joyous, which is lovely, because Saturn in your 9th house is not too fun. Okay? Because but I said this with the Aries energies, what Saturn does is it restricts you, but it's restricting you because you're doing something wrong. Okay? It's telling you that you're doing something wrong. So it looks like that you figured out a little bit what you're doing wrong, and you're turning it around, and it's making you happy in August. And it's in turn going to transform your life, because remember, Pluto represents transformations, okay? And so that's dope. It probably has something connected with your status and recognition when it comes to philosophies, how you can up that, how you can better that, how you can strengthen that. So that's really dope. This also could represent that you are in a situation where you can travel somewhere different, somewhere foreign, even if it's not like a foreign land per se. If you're in a big country like the US, you could be going from north to south, or from east to west, or vice versa for both of those. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a fun trip. You're going to really enjoy yourself and have a blast. It's going to really transform your life. You're going to have some awesome lessons, but the major life lessons are not going to be difficult. They're going to be very worthwhile, and it's actually going to enjoy it. Two of Wands for the 10th house. I think in the Rider-Waite, right? I believe that the Two of Wands is like, I believe it's like someone holding like this two wands, and they're like viewing the countryside or whatever, getting ready for their task, right? But here it's a little bit different. These two wands are just literally knocking this guy's head off, which is wild. So having this here, I feel like feel like you're kind of trying to figure out two. You have two creative pursuits, two creative ideas, two situations that's definitely connected with your creativity, your talents, that you're trying to choose from, that you're juggling in your head, and it's driving you actually crazy. It's knocking your head off, literally. And these talent pursuits is really connected. The two things that you're juggling, your talent pursuits, or your children, even could be two relationships that you're trying to juggle. It's definitely deeply connected to your career, deeply connected to your status, deeply connected to your recognition. And so you're really trying to figure out what is best for you, and it's driving you nuts. And you're trying to see what would be best for your future. Because if I was you, I would wait until like late August to make that decision, okay? Even later if you feel like it. Definitely don't make a decision during early August. This is eclipse season. Energies are wild as hell right now. And our heads not on straight. Like, look at them. You know what I mean? Um, so just chill, okay? Reflect more. I think this card is telling you to reflect more on these creative pursuits, and especially with all this retrograde energy, I would wait honestly until Mars is not retrograde no more to finally pick an idea and make a move on it. And once you do that, it will help you excel within the status or recognition that you want. Okay. The second two is Two of Swords in the 11th house, right? So here, I definitely see you contemplating on your friends, contemplating on the spiritual connection, the karmic connection, the soul binding connection you have with your circle, whether they're your friends, your acquaintances, your non-immediate family members, colleagues, whatever. You're trying to figure out, but it's not really like, yeah, it has to do with spiritual connection, so emotions are involved, but you're trying to think of it in a logical sense, okay? Seeing your place in their world, seeing your place in that circle, seeing your place in those relationships, and does it fit what you need to be connected with? Should you be deeply connected with these folks like you should be? What lessons are they? Is the relationship between those people teaching you? Really reflecting on that. And you're getting quite spiritual with it, which is pretty dope. And I personally think, since I'm a spiritual person, it's the best approach to have when it comes to the relationships you have with people on this earth, because you have relationships with certain people on this earth for a reason, okay? It's dope to be spiritual with it, because obviously you're winning. You got the 10 of Pentacles here. And so you're definitely going to get into some spiritual wealth within this situation. Aries is in your 12th house, so usually you go in head first when it comes to not only spiritual things, but your self-undoing. You try to go head first and solve it, fix it, fix the issues that you have, fix the situations in which you sabotage yourself. You know what I mean? And you're getting rewarded for all the spiritual work you have done, whether you're spiritual or not, right? You're getting rewarded because you are really working on yourself, working on your connection that you have with God, or working on the connection of the soul ascension that you'll have. Okay. It's also telling me too that the more you connect with spirituality, the more coins you'll get, because when you work with spirituality, you understand your self-worth, right? And when you understand your worth, people will start realizing your worth and pay you accordingly. Okay? So definitely do that. So saying all this, right? It looks like there's a lot of reflection that you guys are going through, Taurus risings. Reflecting on relationships with people, reflecting on how your status should be, seeing rewards happening from your philosophies and the way of thinking, and you trying to learn and research more about certain things that you're interested in. But you have to be careful too, because you might be blocking yourself from lovely relationships. You might be a little bit too impatient when it comes to things that are supposed to be coming to you. Inheritances where they're monetary and not. You're really busy, and when it comes to your everyday task, and I know everyday tasks are something that you definitely need to be connected with, things that you need to focus on, but you have a lot of other things to focus on too. So I feel like this energy is telling you that you need to balance yourself a little bit more. And the more you balance yourself, the more abundant this new emotional beginning will be. Having the Ace of Cups for the overall energy is lovely, okay? I feel like you'll feel probably this Ace of Cups more in the end of the month. But in the beginning of the month, you're just really contemplating things, figuring things out, wondering what fits you and what doesn't. And that's honestly an Ace of Cups energy within yourself, because that when you're kind of picking and choosing, should I do this, should I do that? When you're contemplating, that means something has shaken you up and confronted you to make you realize that you need that change. So that new beginning is happening currently. But the goodness, the gift of the Ace of Cups is going to happen probably towards the end of the month. That's just my intuition speaking. But just know that you have the power to manifest anything right now, okay? So definitely take advantage of that. All right, loves. So that's my Taurus reading. General reading, right? If this resonates with you, I'm going to do an extended reading right after. But the extended reading is for my Patreon followers only, my patrons only, okay? The wind's blowing. So, with that being said, the extended readings are for folks that get the tiers, the $10 a month tier. But the thing is, if you feel like this reading really resonates with you, right? What I would do is, but you don't want to commit like $10 a month for me. What I would do is buy the tier this month so you can get the extended reading, right? And then change it. Either change it to a lower tier, which is $2 a month, and in there you could get my moon readings every month, which this month for July, I'm talking about the eclipses, right? Which is dope. Or if you just want to buy this extended reading, you can just buy this one for this month, and then make sure you cancel it by the end of the month, okay? Also, I have an Etsy shop if you're interested in my astrological readings. It's in my description box below. And I have a podcast called My Bed and Astrology, which is available in most podcast platforms. You should check that out too. It's called My Bed and Astrology. But all that information and my social media information is in the description box below, okay? Please comment, like, subscribe, share, care, and all that good stuff. And thank you so much for your time, okay? Much love and happy eclipse, and have great luck for you guys. I wish you great luck. I can't talk right now. It's the Mercury retrograde that's happening. It's going to be happening. It's shadow now, and it affects me the most when I'm shadowing. But again, I wish you the best luck, Taurus risings, and I love y'all so much, okay? My sister signs. Peace.